Julius Career is expected to pick up some big points here, Craig, for Washington State in this event.
You see him on the outside there. On the inside is Terry Brahm of Indiana. You know, Career won the steeplechase at the 1984 Olympics, and he's another in the long line of great Kenyan athletes who have run for Washington State. And they're led. They've got 12 athletes here. 6 of them are foreigners, their best athletes.
Well, some have been critical of the number of foreign athletes on Washington State. And as you mentioned, Career is just part of the contingent that makes up this Cougar team. Head coach John Chaplin was asked about his recruiting strategy.
You have to remember, I have 4 million people, and California has 24 million people. And once I get the best kids in my state, my alumni are kind of funny. They like the words WSU to win. And if I get the good kids in state, they don't really care if I get them from Eugene, Oregon, Los Angeles, or Afghanistan. They're all foreigners in Washington, you say.
Well, Career is going for the very difficult double, the steeplechase and the 5,000 meters.
Right, he won the steeplechase yesterday. No one has ever won those 2 events in the same competition. Career himself won the 5,000 2 years ago, but to run those 2 races back-to-back is very difficult.
Well, with just about 2 laps to go, he's in pretty good shape right now. This is about where he'd want to be.
Well, it's a very slow pace, and he won the Olympics with a big kick. He's got a very good finish, but he's not running the way we normally see him run. What he likes to do is take the lead in a race like this and play with the others. He surges, he picks the pace up, he slows it down. It's a little bit like a boxer working the body. And here he's been a little tentative. We did hear a rumor before the race that he hurt his leg a little bit in yesterday's steeplechase. That's a rough event. He may have bruised something, may have hurt something. Here he seems to be running with the lead, but he's not controlling the race.
The scoring system in these track and field championships, you get 10 points for a first place finish, 8 for second, then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the top 8 finishers will score points for their school. Now Washington State has to be banking on no worse than 8 points from Career in this race.
I think the only one who really is a threat to Career in this race is the guy who's running right inside of him on the inside, Terry Brahm. First of all, he's a local favorite. He's from Indiana. Second of all, he's a miler by trade. He's just moved up to the 5,000 this year. He ran a 3:54 mile last year or the year before, so he's got good speed. And if Career gets into trouble, and now we see a couple of guys elbow by him here, he could be in trouble as they come to a sprint of what's been a slow pace.
Well, the final lap in Career now has dropped back to 5th. He's got 4 in front of him, but he's still on the outside and should be in pretty good position.
He's okay. He's outside. He can run around these guys, but he's got to stay close to the front. He's got to keep those guys right in view because it's really going to come down to a sprint. We've almost got a 200-meter race ahead of us here.
Tiaco has just won the 400 meters, giving Washington State 10 points. Here comes Career on the outside. Career expected to pick up 10.
But look at Brahm go. This is a very early move. It's a very authoritative move, and Career's in trouble. He's not going to win this race.
Career has no kick.
He's not turning it over well. That's the key to a kick, is to have a good leg turnover. You got to be like a sprinter as you come down the home stretch. And Brahm is really running well, but Career is way, way back.
Brahm is going to win it, and Career is not going to finish in the top 3.
You can count them as they go by. That's 3 runners, 4, 5, 6. Looks like Career's all the way back in 7th, and he looks like he just jogged in there, Jim.
And he stops his own watch to see what kind of time he has run. But Terry Brahm of Indiana has claimed the 5,000 meters. And a 7th place finish for Career. Wow, that will be only 2 points for Washington State. I know his teammates were banking on more than that. There's Tiaco checking it out.
Yeah, but they asked him to do an awful lot there with that tough double, Jim.
Terry Brahm of Indiana pleases the home folks, but Career's 7th place finish leaves the men's team race wide open. Washington State will just have to sit back and watch now as Texas and SMU have a lot of competitors left the rest of this day. We're now set for the women's 100-meter